This video lecture is meant to cover a basic tutorial and practice problems regarding percent yield of a chemical reaction. Using the analogy of a test score, let's suppose a student took a test that was worth 60 points. So the theoretical score that the student could get is 60 points. But if this student actually only gets 30 points, then their percent score is 30 out of 60, which is 50%. So in a chemical reaction, there's a theoretical amount of a product that can be made. We're going to use stoichiometry to determine what is called the theoretical yield, the mathematical prediction of what we think the chemical reaction should make. But when we carry out the reaction in a laboratory, that's called the actual yield, how much we actually get as a result of doing the experiment in a lab. The percent yield is that ratio of the actual yield divided by the theoretical yield and expressed as a percent. So typically the percent yield should never be more than 100%. It's typically less than 100%. A couple reasons. Maybe the reaction didn't go to completion. Maybe you had impure reactants and competing side reactions causing unwanted products to form. You might have lost some of your product when you filtered or transferred. Could have been careless measurements. So lots of reasons why our yield would be less than 100%. A reason why the percent yield could be greater than 100% is due to contamination or impurity of the product, meaning something other than the desired product is mixed in. But regardless, percent yield is just a mathematical ratio of actual yield over theoretical yield. Okay, let's take a look at, and that's essentially what you had down here on this handout right here. So we're going to use this in one problem, and then I am going to ask you to try the other problems and show them to me for your homework credit. So the first problem says, using stoichiometry, you calculate that you will get 300.0 grams of a product, but you actually only get 213.0 grams of the product. What is the percent yield? So this is just 213.0 grams, the actual yield, how much you actually made. But you, according to the math, you were supposed to get 300.0 grams. So multiplying that by 100 and plugging it all into your calculator and maintaining 4 significant figures as we had in our original measurements, we should get a 71.00% yield. All right, try the next two problems, check them in with Mrs. Lee, and we will see you in the classroom.